In this video, we will work on this example. In a random sample of 15 students in a college, average GPA is 2.71. Test the claim that average GPA of all the students in the college is 3.00 at significance level alpha equals to 0.10. Assume that the population data is normally distributed. For this example here, we will state hypothesis. We will decide if it's Z or T distribution. We will also find the test statistic, p-value, and critical value, and draw conclusion based on our finding. Here, the claim is that the average GPA of all the students in the college is 3. So our alternate hypothesis is mean is not equal to 3. So our alternate hypothesis is mean is not equal to 3. Whereas the null hypothesis is mean equals to 3. Next, let's find out if it will be a Z or T distribution. For that, we can use this table here. We see that population standard deviation sigma is given, so we use Z distribution. Next, let's find the test statistics Z using this formula. So let's figure out all the value that we need for the formula. Here we need X bar, sigma, and N. So X bar is the sample mean, which is given to be 2.71. Mu is the hypothesized mean, which is given to be 3. And sigma is the population standard deviation, which is given as 1.03. And N is the sample size, which is 15. Now we put everything together in the formula. So we get our X bar is 2.71 minus our mu is 3 over our population standard deviation is 1.03 over our N sample size is 15. So when we do this math, this whole thing comes out to be negative 1.09. Now let's find p-value. Note that it is two-tailed test since we have not equal to sign in alternate hypothesis. So p-value is 2 times probability that Z is greater than negative 1.09. Let me label the graph here. Basically, we are looking at these two areas, the shaded area, and our test statistic is negative 1.09. Here, we are interested in finding the shaded region. To find this, we can use Z-table or some technology like TI calculator or Excel. For this one, I will use table. For other method on finding it, please watch my other videos. Let me pull up the table here. So we will look at row of negative 1, which is this row, and column of 0.09. So this column, 0.09. So we get this number here, which is 0.1379. So basically, this area here is 0.1379. So we will just multiply that by 2, which gives us 0.276. So this is our p-value. Next, let's find critical value. Let's first note that it is two-tailed test. Since we have not equal to sign in alternate hypothesis, so we will have critical values at both tails, such that area is alpha by 2 at each tail. So let me draw a graph here. So we have alpha by 2 at each tail. So our alpha given is 0.10 divided by 2, which is equal to 0.05. So this is also 0.05. Now, to find the critical values, we can use different tools like calculator, Excel, and table. Here, I will show you how to do this by using TI calculator. For other methods, please see my other videos. Now, let me pull up my calculator up on the screen, then punch second, then go to distribution. We'll be using inverse norm function, which is number 3, then hit enter. The calculator takes area to the left. If we are looking at this point here, then area to the left is 0.05. So let's enter that 0.05. And our mu is 0 and our sigma is 1. Then hit enter. Then hit enter. This is our critical value. So this point here is this value here. So therefore, the critical values are negative 1.645 and 1.645. And we are interested in finding this point here. So now to find the critical values, we can use different tools like calculator, Excel, and table. Here, I will show you how to do this by using TI calculator. For other methods, please see my other videos. So let me pull up my calculator up on the screen. Now go to second distribution, then we'll be using inverse norm, which is number 3, then hit enter. So if we are looking at this point here, since the calculator takes area to the left, and if we are looking at this point here, so the area to the left from this point here is 0.05. So let's enter that 0.05. Then our mu is 0 and our sigma is 1, then hit enter. So this point here is this value here. Therefore, our critical values are negative 1.645 and 1.645. So using test statistics, we can see that first, let me draw the graph here. So this is our critical values, negative 1.645 and 1.645. And our test statistics is negative 1.09. So let's say that is somewhere over here. So this value here is negative 1.09. So looking at this diagram here, we can say that since test statistic Z is inside the critical value, we do not reject the null hypothesis. Using p-value also, we can derive the same conclusion. Here, p-value is 0.276, which is greater than alpha of 0.10. We do not reject the null hypothesis. Finally, we can say that this particular sample does not provide an evidence that the average GPA of all the students in the college is different from 3.00. We can also find test statistic and p-value using calculators. So for that, let me pull up my calculator up on the screen. In this problem here, we see that population standard deviation sigma is given. So we will use Z distribution and we'll be using Z-test in TI calculator. So now go to the stat, then go to test, then we'll be using one Z-test. So this one here. Then hit enter. Since we are given summary statistics instead of real data, we will select stats, then hit enter. Now let's enter the given information. Mu 0 is the given mean in null hypothesis, which is 3. So let's enter that. Then given population standard deviation sigma is 1.03. So let's enter that 1.03. Then X bar is 2.71. So let's enter that 2.71. And given sample size n is 15. So let's enter that. Then next to alternate hypothesis, we are given not equal to 3. So select not equal to mu. Come down here and select not equal to mu. Then hit enter and now use this arrow key to come down to calculate. Then hit enter. Now, if you look at here, for Z value, that's what we have here. And also for the P value, that's what we have here. Thank you for watching. We hope this video was helpful. Please like and subscribe our channel. We will be bringing more and more videos on variety of topics.